Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on something a little bit different. I have a new project. My son is getting close to, well, he's almost 15, so we decided we were going to buy him a truck a little bit early. That way we had time to drive it and make sure that it was going to be reliable for him when he turned 16. So looked around and we think we found a good deal for him. I've been driving it for about 2 weeks and here it is. It's a 2007 Nissan Titan. Extended cab. Got just under 155,000 miles on it. Got some aftermarket wheels on it. Not a big fan of them, but they're alright. Let me see if I can get back far enough for you to see this. Okay, when I bought the truck, we noticed that it's got this stink bug look to it. The rear end is sticking way up, and after I bought it, I'll show you, these trucks have a little box back here behind this driver's side rear tire on the bed. I thought, hell, I bought this truck and never looked in it. So I opened it up one day and it had a set of drop shackles in it. Well, I thought, you know, as far down as that front end is and as high as this rear end is, I think I'll try to put these shackles on this truck. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to lower the rear end of this new old, whatever, new to us, Titan. So follow along. Okay, so I broke these two bolts loose with a breaker bar, and now I'm just going to loosen the rest of the way. Okay, after a couple resets on the height, they didn't have it high enough, take the pressure off. Now I finally got the bolt out easy, and the spindle comes, or the shackle will come out of there easy. Now I need to drop the truck just a little bit to get the top bolt to clear the frame so I can get it out. Okay, I dropped it just a little bit. Basically puts a spring right up against the bottom of the bed. And there's the shackle off. Alright, once we get to that, you can see here when we get this spring this high, and our new shackle will put us at about that height. There's a seam up there on the bed that I have to grind down to allow the spring to move back and forth. So I'll get that done, and then once I get done with that, we'll come back and we'll install this new shackle. Okay, as you can see here, I got the shackles here side by side. The one on the left is the stock shackle. The one on the right is the drop shackle. As you can see here, there's a lot of I don't know, that's maybe, well, I checked it, it was 7/8 of an inch difference. And so what that would end up giving us drop wise would be approximately a 1/2 inch. So if I take this and I move it to the other bolt, the one that's on the top of it, and I line them up, that is about 1 7/8 or 1 3/4, and that should give us roughly 1 inch or their 1 1.25 drop or something like that. So maybe. So this end mounts into the hanger, this end accepts the spring. So what you would end up with, if they were mounted in the same place at the bottom, is you would end up with your spring that much higher. Now these weren't an exact perfect fit. I had to do a little bit of modifications to them. The bushings were wider than the sleeve, so they kind of interfered. So basically all I did was take a wire wheel and cut it a little bit off, you know, just basically ground them down or wire brushed them off to where they were the same width as these. The sleeves are the exact same width from both of them. So now what I'm going to do, I'll grease this end of the bushings up, and we'll install them in the truck. So first we just put the shackle back in here, and I need to lower the truck a bit so I can match the holes up on the top. Okay, I think that's low enough. Get up to that. Alright, got that one lined up. Just going to put the nut on it. There's the bottom one. Slide the nut on it. It looks like we should clear just fine. Got maybe 1/8 of an inch in all those directions. So now I'm just gonna tighten them up a little bit. I'm not gonna tighten them up all the way until we get the truck set down on the ground and get the weight on the springs. See that? That should be good for the top one until we get it dropped down. But from everything I can see, we should have just enough clearance to not have to trim anything there. That'll make our job a little bit easier. So now we got to work on the driver's side, and it has its own unique challenges. Alright, like I was saying, the driver's side has its own unique challenges. On this side, there's a box inside this that I found the shackles in. We have to take that box out. So from underneath, as you can see, that box takes up a fair amount of room and crowds us when it comes to changing these spindles out, trying to get the bolts out of the spring and the hanger. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove that. Okay, I got the box out. I did a lot of work for nothing. It basically just slides down instead of trying to slide it out the side. I took some screws loose that I didn't have to, but you live and you learn. It was the first time I'd ever done it. So I do have it out now. I have a wide open shot at the spring and the shackle from here. I'm not going to show this one because it's not any different than the other side. You take it out or take it apart and you slap the new one in. When we come back, we'll just we'll have it where we'll have it lowered down, and then we can see how much the drop was. Alright, we got it all done, got it all back together, set the truck down, got the weight on it, cycled the suspension a little bit, and then tightened everything up. So as you can see, it's still higher in the back than it was, or than it is in the front, which I don't want it level, dead level or anything. But the drop come in, I measured it off, it come in at 1 1/8 inches. So that's still a pretty good drop. It don't look too bad. Alright guys, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, and hit the thumbs down button. Let me know why. If you see anything I did wrong, let me know. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps out quite a bit. So, till the next video, thanks again, and see you later.